Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Barcelona have just defeated Girona 4-1 away from home. 11-1 aggregate score in your past two games. This Barcelona team is different, the Flickanator is different, and we're seeing it every single week. Barcelona currently in the 2024-2025 season thus far, it's young, but thus far, they are the best team in Europe, and no one can tell me otherwise. They are the best team in Europe. They've been the most dominant team in Europe thus far this season. Again, history about last season, I'm not talking about that. This season, there hasn't been a better team in European football in the top 5 leagues. There hasn't been a team that has performed better than FC Barcelona. That Girona team, not the same team obviously, but with the same coach and a lot of the same players, beat us twice last year by an aggregate score of 8-2. 4-2 at Montjuic and 4-2 in that stadium. And today, we went into that stadium. Again, it's not the same team, but it's a lot of the same players and the same coach. And Barca put on a clinic once again. 4-1. It's not just about the goals. It's the performances in and of itself. I mean, this team plays so well. They're so vertical. Everything about this Barca team is just, it's so refreshing to see. Seeing the evolution from what we saw last year with Xavi to what we're seeing this year under the Flickanator, or under Hansi Flick, I should say. Even though the Flickanator sounds better, I'm gonna call him the Flickanator. It has been insane, man. It has been insane, and it's something that, look, if you guys have watched my channel for a long time, you guys know I was in on Hansi Flick. I was very, very early on the Hansi Flick train. I wanted Hansi Flick from the start. When Xavi first announced that he was stepping down back in late January, I said I want Hansi Flick. When his name was thrown into the mix, I said I want Hansi Flick, and I had high expectations for him coming into the season. I never expected to see this, man. I didn't expect this. Unbeaten so far, look like I said up until this point, in my opinion, as the best team in Europe. With, again, a lot of his best players missing. Say what you want about Frankie de Jong, he's going to be a starter on this team, and he's still missing. Say what, like, Ronald Araujo is still missing. Gavi is still, imagine Gavi in this system. Imagine Gavi's tenacity and his ability to win the ball back in this Hansi Flick system in that midfield. I don't know. Imagine Christensen. You know, we're still missing Christensen. He's missing so many of his key players, and he still finds a way to give us these amazing, eye-popping performances every single week where I'm just sitting down watching the game and I'm like, I don't recognize my team in a good way. Last year under Xavi, I didn't recognize Barca in a bad way. This year, I don't recognize them in a good way. And in terms of this game, I mean, the first 15 minutes, Barca weren't really creating much. But then after that, I mean, Lamine Yamal gets his goal. He wins the ball back. I mean, he just goes, wins the ball back, and then finishes it beautifully. That was the first goal. And Lamine Yamal gets his second goal off a beautiful pass from Lewandowski, and he finishes it beautifully on the side netting on the left-hand side, near the left post. And it was just a beautiful goal. I mean, Lamine Yamal today, I wanted him to get a hat trick. But he just continues to show that he's the best youngster in world football and one of the best players in world football, to be completely honest with you, man. He's in the conversation for best player in world football already. You know, the 40 GA prediction is looking like it's going to hit, and it's looking like he's going to surpass that because, you know, it's just insane, man. It is insane. He's had a goal contribution in his past, like, 8 games. How insane is that for a 17-year-old? And that streak goes back to when he was 16. How insane is that truly? I mean, I think we say just in passing, but we don't really understand how great Lamine Yamal is at such a young age. And it's honestly a joy to watch, and it's a joy to be able to say that Lamine Yamal plays for my football team, for my football club. It's amazing. And again, that first half, Barca, once they scored that first goal, they were creating chances for fun. In that second half, you come out, and again, you're creating chances for fun. Barca could have won this game by like 3 goals, by 3 goals. What am I saying? Barca could have won this game 7-0 is what I meant to say. They could have scored 3 more goals in this game. That's what I was trying to say. They could have scored 3 more goals in this game. And then Dani Olmo gets his goal as well off a beautiful pass. A gorgeous ball from Jules Koundé to Dani Olmo. I mean, Jules Koundé, he's insane, but that ball, and that angle that Dani Olmo shoots from, and he had no angle for that shot. Absolutely no angle at all. And he still finds a way to put it in the back of the net. And who scored the 4th goal? I'm tripping. Who the fuck scored the 4th goal? Oh, it was Pedri. And then Pedri with the 4th goal off a beautiful ball from Casado, who today was fantastic, by the way. Marc Casado today was so good. I mean, we're missing Bernardo, but thank God for La Masia. Honestly, just thank God for La Masia, because they just spawn all these great kids out of nowhere. I mean, Marc Casado, what a performance today. That ball that he placed to Pedri, and Pedri's ability to take it away from the keeper and then finish it is just beautiful, man. But the assist from Casado is really, and the football, the combinations that Barca were playing to lead up, that led up to that goal were mesmerizing. Like, the thing about Barca is that they score a goal. In this same stadium, I remember like it was yesterday, this same stadium in April of this year, Barca scored a goal. Christensen scored a goal against Girona, and then Dovbyk came back and scored literally 20 seconds after. Right after kickoff, Girona came out and scored a goal. Barcelona today, when Lamine Yamal scored that first goal, we nearly scored after that. It's not like they nearly scored. No, we won the ball back and we nearly scored right after that. That's the difference, man, between Barca last year and Barca this year. They're so relentless. They don't give up. They want to go out and get those goals. Barca could have had a fifth. Paulito missed a fucking shot so bad. I mean, he hit the shot with no power. Rafinha made a stupid decision at one point. Barca, like I said, could have scored 7 goals in this game. And you know, they're so relentless. They're always looking out to get that other goal and they just wanna put these teams away for real. And I love to see that as a fan. I love to see that type of football because that is the type of football that Barcelona should be playing. And Hansi Flick is instilling a mentality in these players that I'm honestly so happy. It's so pleasing to watch this team play. And that's something that I couldn't say at all last year. But again, for me, I think Koundé was amazing. I think Inigo had a great performance today. Kubarsi, I think the whole backline, Balde had a great game. Ter Stegen, he had a huge save in that first half, a huge save right before the penalty, like that ended up not being a penalty. But you know, he had a huge save. That was, I don't know how he saved that. And I think he had a really good game for the most part. But that's the thing with Ter Stegen, man. Then he comes out and for the goal, like, what are you doing there? You know what I mean? Like, I'm pissed that Barca couldn't keep a clean sheet because I wanted us to. And you kind of look at Ter Stegen and say, what are you doing in that situation? You know, what possesses you to you know, it's Ter Stegen, bro. He just stands and plays sometimes and makes poor decisions. But again, I think for the most part, Ter Stegen actually played really well. I thought our midfield was fantastic. I thought Pedri, and I thought Casado. Pedri's working so well with like this double pivot. He's obviously not playing as a double pivot per se. He's playing a little bit further up the pitch than Casado, but still, they're playing really well. Him with Bernat was looking good, and now him with Casado is looking really good. Obviously, Casado assisted Pedri for that 4th goal. The front 4, if you want to call it that, obviously Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, Dani Olmo, Lewandowski. I think Lamine Yamal was the best out of all of them. I think Dani Olmo had a really good game. Again, scored. I mean, that he scored in every game that he's played for Barca thus far. That's amazing. I mean, looking like a great signing so far. So I don't have to eat my words because I'm gonna say one more time. I never doubted Dani Olmo the player, but you know, it's looking like this guy can take this team to a different level. I mean, it looks like he's raised the Barca ceiling since he came in. He 100% has. And I'm looking forward to see what he does for the rest of the year. Rafinha had a good game today. I think some of his decisions at times were a little bit poor, but again, he was playing well. He was distributing. He was just doing his thing. Wasn't his best game. It wasn't comparable to how he played against Valladolid, obviously, about 2 weeks back, but I still think he had a really good game. And Lewandowski missed a chance. You know, he took a couple shitty touches, had an assist. I don't think Leo was particularly great, but I don't think he was bad. He's obviously looking better than he did last year. So I think the team overall is just playing really well, man. I like how fluid this team looks. I like they just look so cohesive. They're always on the same page, and I love that. And I think that's one thing that is just gonna keep getting better. I mean, this is something that every performance gets kind of better and better. And that's something that I like to see because Barca are building from it. You know, after the international break, usually the players are rusty. That's not the case with this team. We weren't rusty. You know, Man City played against Brentford. They looked rusty coming back from the international break. Liverpool lost to fucking Nottingham Forest yesterday coming back from the international break at Anfield, may I add. Real Madrid honestly should have lost against us. And Real Madrid continued not to look good in this season. Like, all these teams didn't look really... Man United actually was one of the few teams that looked great. They won 3-0 against Southampton, funny enough. But still, all these, like, S tier or like upper echelon teams coming back from the international break didn't look great. And then you have Barcelona, who go to a Champions League team. This team, Girona's going to be playing in the Champions League this year. They are playing in the UCL this week, literally. They're going to play in the UCL. This is a Champions League team. Okay, there's no competition here, okay? You can't downplay the competition. It's literally a Champions League team. And Barca went to their stadium and put 4 past them. So I don't want to hear shit about the competition that Barca are playing because this team, whoever they play against, they show that their level stays up here. Their level is up here. Okay, no matter who you play, whether you're playing Girona, who's a UCL winning team, or you're playing Valencia, who's currently sitting last in the table, or you're playing Real Valladolid, who got promoted recently, or you're playing Rayo Vallecano, it doesn't matter. Barca's level is here under the Flickanator because this team, like I said, verticality, attractive football, combinations, everything you want to see, every component to a great attack and a great football team, Barcelona have currently under Hansi Flick. They have every component that you want in a great football team. So again, for me as a fan, I could not be happier watching this Barcelona team thus far this season. It's honestly been so long since it's been 5 games and I've been pleased with every performance thus far. When was the last time we could say that as Barca fans? And we've been pleased with every performance through 5 games of the season. Started off only winning by 2-1, and now, like I said, aggregate score of 11-1 in your past 2 games. 11-1 aggregate score in your past 2 games. And just wait till this team goes back to the Camp Nou. Oh my God, just wait until they're in front of the fans of the Camp Nou. Just wait till Hansi Flick gets Gavi. Just wait till Hansi Flick gets Araujo. Just wait until Hansi Flick gets Christensen. Just wait until Hansi Flick gets Frankie de Jong. Just wait, man. Just wait. If you think this sports team is scary now, just wait until they get even better. Again, this Girona team put 8 passes last year with Xavi. They were chanting Xavi Quédate in that stadium in April of this year. And just a few months later, look at the difference in this team. Did we bring in any insanely huge signings? I mean, yeah, we brought in Daniel, but that team last year that played against Girona was mostly healthy. I mean, it's a lot of the same players. We actually have younger players in this team now. You know, the squad, yeah, it's different, but is it really that much different to see that? I mean, is it really that different? My opinion, no. But again, the mentality's different, the manager's different. No yellow cards, no bitching on the sideline, no crying. And I'm not trying to shit on Xavi, but dude, I knew Barca could get to another level when I saw while they were with Xavi. I knew there was another manager. There was better managers out there, and I'm so glad that Joan Laporta made the decision to bring in Hansi Flick. I'm so glad he made that choice because it's paying dividends right before our eyes. And this team has a chance. This team is going to win the league. I'm calling it right now. I'm calling it September 15th. Barca will win the league. They will 100% win the league. I am saying it right now. I don't care what happens. Barca will win the league. I predicted Madrid at the start of the season. I'm changing that right now. I can change my prediction when it's in favor of my team. That's the rules. When you pick against your team, you can change it to pick for your team because it is my team. Barca's winning the league, and Barca's going to make it far into the UCL. You could say I'm getting ahead of myself. Look, man, it's been a while since I watched my team play like this, and this is replicable. You could duplicate these performances because we're seeing it. So I don't know, man. Ferran Torres gets a red card, which to me was a red card. He just goes studs up into the Girona player, which, you know, you're gonna get a red card for that, which we're gonna miss Ferran, but it's really for the next game, the next league game, but against Villarreal. But I'm not that worried about it. I really don't give a fuck about Ferran Torres and him getting a red card. It's honestly the least of my worries. Lamine Yamal, a stud. Lewandowski could have been better, but still had a decent game. Dani Olmo scores again. Koundé, fantastic. Casado, I mean, we thought we're fucked without Bernat, and now we have Casado. It's just you pray for these players' health because they're so young, and these many minutes on their body can be great for them. But again, La Masia is just, they just spawn a talent every single week, man. Every single week you can go to La Masia, just pick any player out. You can put them into the Barca first team, and they're gonna make an impact. And Casado did that today with a beautiful assist. And yeah, man, shout out to the Flickanator, shout out to the players, shout out to Barcelona for giving us beautiful football once again. It's been a while. Us fans deserve this, man, because we've been supporting this team. I know at least I have, and most of you guys as well watching this, we've been supporting this team through the good and the bad. And I know a lot of people are going to say, bro, you're a Barca fan, there's nothing to complain about. Supporting this team over the past few years, for what we're used to watching, obviously, as Barca fans, that's not been the easiest thing in the world. And again, we haven't won a trophy. I'm not saying we're going to win the UCL. No, I think we can. But thus far this season, the joy that we feel watching this team, I think I can speak for a lot of Barca fans when it's like, it's something that we haven't felt in a long time. So thank you to the team and thank you to Hansi Flick, because honestly, man, I am at a loss for words. But yeah, man, that's all I got to say. Barcelona beat Girona 4-1. We'll see what happens against Monaco. I'm feeling confident, man. That's going to be a really, really good game. I'm going to be streaming that game as well. So if you guys want to come, if you couldn't come to the watch along today, which shout out to everybody who came out to the watch along, by the way, it means a lot to me. You can come see that one. But yeah, man, I love every single one of you guys. Visca Barça, another 3 points in the bag, unbeaten so far this season, which is amazing. I cannot believe I'm saying that. And yeah, man, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace out.